Good evening, all. Welcome to Chamax Cards and Breaks. Break tonight, we have 24-25 Upper Deck Series 2. Right here, 6-box break, number H3469. This is a random break, and the randomization over here, guys, has not been done yet. Repeat, not been done yet. We'll do it in a couple of moments. First things first, thank you for joining us in the break. We appreciate your business. We appreciate your patience while we fill some of these breaks up. We do have another 6-box random Series 2 break if you're interested. That is break scrolling across that middle line there. You'll find that break on our website, which is chamaxcards.com. We have our discount code word of the day. This code word is scrolling across the top line. Today it is Kane. That will get you 5% off every and all orders you make over the next 24 hours on the website. We also have our first-time discount code word of Chamax 2025. This code word gets you 10% off your very first order. Chamax Loyalty Points Program is up and running on the website. The more you spend on the website, the more points you'll earn. You can then use those points for cash discounts on future purchases. We do ship out the cards and breaks once a week from the breaks Monday through Sunday by the end of the following week, meaning the cards in today's breaks will go out by the end of next week in regular Canada Post unless you request something to be shipped with tracking and or insurance. If you do want that, please email us over at info@chamaxcards.com or simply visit the website and message us through there. Now, let's get the randomization done so there's no confusion. So how we do this is we're going to take all of the names, roughly the way they came in, oldest to newest from the orders. We're going to copy those names, paste them into random.org. We're going to randomize that list 3 times. We're then going to take that randomized list and paste it against the alphabetical team names, and that is a team or teams you'll have for the entire break. So let's get it here. So we're going to copy from Eve all the way down to Derek. Copy those. We're going to go into our random.org here. We're going to paste those names in random.org. Here they are. Eve at the top. Derek on the bottom. We're going to randomize this list 3 times. So there's your first randomization. You'll see the IP and the timestamp. Right now it's 6:07 p.m. Pacific time, August 19th, 2025. That's going to be number 2. And drum roll, please, for number 3. Bam. And there is your third randomization. John S. up top. Down to Dufour. B at the bottom. Make sure I do the capture them all here. Control C. And then by the power of interwebs here, we go back to our list. A little Control V action. And there you go. There is your randomized list for H3469 Upper Deck Series 2 6-box hobby. For this break, all cards go out except for the standard veteran base cards. Just like always, you've done lots of Series 1, Series 2 extended breaks over the years. Like I said, been breaking out since 2018. One of the old timers out there now, which is crazy. We started the dawn of breaking back in, if you look at our YouTube, it's I think July, I think it was like the 10th or 18th or something of 2017, our first break. We did have a couple other breaks scheduled this week. I'm hoping Canada Post, we live on the west coast of Vancouver Island. Some of the Air Canada striking stuff kind of affected Canada Post a little bit. Air Canada's not on strike any longer, which is good. But we did have some products delayed, and now they're like kind of lost somewhere in the netherworlds of Canada Post. So we're hoping that we get the breaks done tomorrow. We had some SP Authentic breaks that we're going to do tomorrow. Hopefully we get those done and SP Game Used. Otherwise, you're going to be pushed back almost over a week because we're not going to be here next week. So fingers crossed on that we can still do those. So, well, we'll do them, but just on time. Again, there's your randomized list. HH3469. It's Series 2. And let's get started. So all cards go out except for the standard veteran base cards, which are these. And then you got a playlist card of McKinnon. Carwell Young Guns. Brad Marchand. So we go pretty fast in this break. We'll stop on anything amazing. Kachuk. Gensel for Pittsburgh. Sanheim for Philly. We kind of just rip through it and See what we get. There's Quinn Hughes for Vancouver, Jackson Blake for Carolina, Georgiev for Colorado. Moritz Seider, Purple Sparkles for Detroit. That's going to Jamie. There's Kyle Connor. Nick Suzuki. It's kind of a neat card for Montreal. Ended up going to that Brit. On tour card for Utah. You got Noah Phillip for Edmonton. Another Quinn Hughes playlist card going to Vancouver. Let's go right out to Matthew. Moritz Seider. The Heater. Wyatt Johnson for Dallas. Hellebuck for Winnipeg. Oh, we got a outburst card here of Shesterkin for the Rangers going to James. Kapanen. You got Caulfield. Bjorkstrand. New York Rangers card. Anderson. Zach Dean. You got Caleb Ritchie. Matthew Tkachuk. So far, so whatever. Yeah, Derek, what team do you got? Carolina, yes. You never know. You might get something decent. Fluorescence of Nolan Allen for Chicago. That ended up going to James. Josh Morrissey, Winnipeg. Maverick Bourque for Dallas. Let's go Carolina. Let's see some big hits for Carolina. Detroit. Hallinan for New Jersey. Kucherov. Oscar back for Dallas. Tkachuk for Ottawa. Ogren for Minnesota. And that completes box numero uno. All right. So like I said, hopefully product arrives so we can get these breaks done tomorrow. So we have a bunch of SP Authentic. There's two boxes and 8 box. All 24-25. And we have a SP Game Use 10 box. That might be lost in... Well, actually, it's more than just one case. It's like 4 cases are lost, possibly, which I might have to reorder, which is great. Yeah, something happened this week with Canada Post. I'm not sure exactly what. Actually, it happened late last week, to be precise. But this break was originally scheduled for tomorrow. This, we have lots of it in stock. So we moved this one up a day. This was originally scheduled for tomorrow. Little 6-box random. All right, box number 2 coming up. And here we go, box number 2. Let's do it. Heiskin for Dallas, San Jose. Zach Hyman for Edmonton. The Kings, Under Lee for LA. Aiden Hill for Vegas. Mitchkov, there you go, for Philly. You end up with Philly. That's a good team here. John did. Slipikov for Islanders. Gustafson. Connor McD, Upper Deck, Portraits. Black Parallel for Edmonton, for Eric. Josh Doan, you got Jack Eichel. Those cool Young Guns cards. Tampa Bay Lightning, you got Young Guns teammates for Montreal. Kyle Connor. Casey Milstad. You got Austin Matthews, Logan Malou, Teemu Selanne for Winnipeg, Pasternak, Rasmus Dahlin, Mason Lurie for the Bruins, Logan Morrison, Cutter Gauthier. Petrolangelo, Ottawa Senators card. Braden Point. Ooh la la. Charles Lindgren for the Capitals. Patrick Giles for Florida. You got Joey Daccord. Tom Wilson for the Capitals. There's Raymond for Detroit. Bouchard for Edmonton. Bradley Nadeau. There you go. There's a Carolina hit. Aku Ratty for Utah. Sebastian Au. Okay. Carolina cards coming out fast and furious now. All right. That was box number 2 of 6. A little cafe here. We got 8 million people watching from around the world. So, for 8 million people watching around the world, for most products, not all, for most products, once we get below 8 teams or spots remaining, or sorry, 5 teams or spots remaining, we will, in most cases, again, depending on the product, schedule in the break. We then schedule the break, and no matter what happens, if those last teams or spots sell, the break will occur. We will notify everyone via email. That's how everyone gets notified, is via email. Once the break is scheduled in, we'll have a date. Usually it's anytime within the next few days or within the next few weeks. Again, it all depends on the product. You'll then be giving a time and date of the break. We usually do break Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That's our usual kind of time we will break. Sometimes we'll do a Friday session. That could be anywhere between 1, 3, 5, kind of anywhere on Friday. And we don't tend to break on the weekends. Try to keep those off. So again, most products, once below 5 spots or teams, we will schedule the break-in, and away we go. If you want to know more specifically about any specific product, if it requires it to be sold out, or just get it at 5, you can, again, please email us over at info@ChampMaxCards.com, or, again, simply visit the website and message us through there. Batherson for Senators, Larkin for Detroit, Matthews for Toronto. Who ended up with T.O.? John did. Vegas, Isaac Pulcher, Connor McDavid, Edmonton. This card's a little bit sticky, to be honest with you. Rasmus Dahlin. There's Celebrini for San Jose. That's what you want to see if you are Ross. McCann for Seattle. Little Celebrini. Fluorescence of Brendan Bryson, 11 out of 50 for Vegas, going to Richard. Tage Thompson for Buffalo. There's Kaprizov for Minnesota. That's a good one there for Scott. Philip Hronik, Vancouver. Devin Cooley for San Jose. And Lindgren. I think we already have that card. Oh, those cards are a bit sticky. Joel Eriksson Ek for Minnesota. You got Breadman for Rangers. You got Will Smith for San Jose. Oh, we got an outburst card coming up, and it's Jack Drury for the Hurricanes. The Hurricane spot's hot. That's a Derek. Aku Ratty. Josh Doan, Utah. We got Timo Meyer there. We got Patrick Kane. Grubauer. These are all base cards. Erik Karlsson for Pittsburgh. Maverick Lamoureux for Utah. Eklund for San Jose. Got last stack here. Oh, Devin Cooley, little clear Young Guns for San Jose. Nice. Ross. Charlie McAvoy with a speckled parallel card for Boston. Going to Eve. There's Binnington. Columbus card. Zachary Leroux. Rasmus Dahlin. Alec Vlasic. Austin Matthews. That's a good one for Toronto. For John. Shakur Mukabadulin. There you go. There's box number 3. Done and complete. Moving right along. As I was mentioning when we opened the last box, this is how the spots work for the breaks. The website does sort first by a new break. A new break is something listed, anything break listed in the last 14 days will have the tag new on it, and it'll show up first in all the lists. From there out, all the breaks will list from fewest to most spots or teams remaining. So really easy to see what is going to be breaking soonest. So anything under 5, again, depending on the product, most likely has already been scheduled in. Anything under 10 is obviously getting close. And from there. And like I said, the website does that on the main page and also all the sub pages. So if you go to hockey and then 2024-25, it'll sort that menu as well automatically. Again, remember to use those discount code words for some savings. All right, box number 4. Bennington, Busey for Boston, and Grubauer. A lot of those Ooh-la-la cards. There's Lickens for Blue Jackets. There's Brock Besser for Vancouver. Going to our Vancouver Ducks. Going to Matthew. Golden Knights card. Columbus. Noah Phillip, Edmonton. Eklund for San Jose. Let's see if we can get a 1 out of 1 here. Wellstad for Minnesota. You got Owen Tippett for Philly. Philip Forsberg for Nashville. Breadman. There's Mitchkov for Philly. That's good. John's happy for that one. Rasmus Dahlin. God, how many cards of that one have you had? Many. Draisaitl, Alston Matthews, and Josh Doan for Utah. Mikey Anderson for LA, going to Dave. Joel Blomqvist, and there's another Celebrini welcome aboard card. Not another one, but I think our first one. Always good to get the Celebrini cards. Philip Hronik, Eric Carlson for Pittsburgh, and Matthew Barzal for the Islanders. Cutter Gauthier for Anaheim, Devin Cooley, San Jose, the Swayman for Boston. There's Mike Anderson, clear for LA for Dave. Hronik and Nick Suzuki for Montreal. There's Mukabudulin again. Romanov. Dustin Wolf for Calgary. Calgary hasn't made heavy hits. That's going to Jeff. Ed Belfour. There's Quinn Hughes. Patrick Kane. Which is our... Kane is our discount code word of the day. Box number 5. A little coffee. It's good. And there you go. There's box number 5. Again, if you're just joining us, there's, like I said, 9 million people watching right now. This is break number H3469. A 24-25 Upper Deck Series 2 is a 6-box. It's a random break. We did the randomization right at the beginning of the break. If you're just tuning in now, you can go back and see it live. Now we got to our randomization as we always do. And again, those daily discount code words scrolling on top there. The discount code word, the first time discount code word. Just head over to the website, get the breaks below 5, and away we will go. Like today, we just scheduled in a 24-25 extended break that got below 5. A Panini Prism Baseball, 2023 baseball break. So we also do baseball and football and basketball. We got Topps Chrome Baseball break as well that went below 5 today that we scheduled in. All right. Away we go. Zach Werenski, Seamus Casey, the Swayman. We're already kind of into duplicate mode here for a lot of these cards. For Hagee, Nico Hischier for New Jersey, Sam Reinhart for Florida. Who ended up with Florida there? That's going to Dufour. Nice. Tage Thompson, Romanov, Cal McCarr. He's pretty good. He's not bad. And we have a high glass of Sean Curley for the Blue Jackets, 5 out of 10. High gloss action for Columbus going out to Eve. There you go, Eve. Nice. High gloss. I like it. Going to protect it right away. Not the greatest player, but hey, It's a high gloss. There's only 10 of them in existence. There you go. Matt Remp, Connor Helbuck for Winnipeg. It's actually a pretty good pack. Well, good box, I should say. Othman for the Rangers. Ponomarev for Carolina. There's a Celebrini. Welcome aboard. Hits just keep coming. DeMello. Tom Wilson. A Barzell. Still half the box left to go here. We got a Lars Eller outburst card for Pittsburgh. Going to Dante. Meisiel. Zellweger. Anaheim. There's a Binnington, the Heiskanen for Dallas, Nylander for Toronto, McD, Mitchkov, another one, nice, 2 for you, Ovi, Nikolai Kovalenko, red for Colorado, went out to Dante. You got a Florida Speckles card, a PD card, that's how he does this year. Washington Capitals, Blomqvist, another Makar for Colorado. Will Smith, Draisaitl, nice. Timo Meier. That was a pretty good box, actually. A lot of good cards in that one. An excellent box. All right. This takes us to the final box. Box number 6 of 6. Box 6 of 6. All right, let's take this here. Empty box. Put her there. Take our cards. And open some packs. So today is what day is the week? Tuesday. Hope everyone's off to a pretty good start of the week. Middle of August now. I know a lot of our friends in the United States, our kids are back to school. Here in Western Canada still, as they say, the dog days of summer. School here goes back first week of September. It's September 2nd this year. It's always the first Tuesday after the first Monday. So here in Canada, Western Canada at least, still summer holidays. Weather lately has not been summerish though. It's been kind of crappy. Sooner than later, we're going to have hockey starting here. We already got football preseason. Hockey's going to start up again. It's been that unique time of the year where all the 4 major sports are happening, so kind of neat. Josh Doan, red for Utah. Going to Matthew. Nashville card, Brensky. So anyways, good luck on the last box. Well, last box, Mojo. Boston card, Noah Phillip. Wallstead. Charlie McAvoy, Boston. Blomqvist. For Pittsburgh, Thomas for St. Louis. 3 quarters left here. Colorado, we got Owen Tippett. That's cool. Makar, Colorado. So far, this is a decent box as well. Josh Morrissey. You got Maximilian Zubar for Utah. Ogren. Jake Neighbors, the Blues. Dylan Larkin and Ovechkin for Washington, obviously. Maybe coming to his possibly his last year. Maverick Lamoureux, Program of Excellence, nice. Root Paints. Celebrini, got all the different Celebrini cards. We got here, we got Ivan Provorov for the Blue Jackets. Going to Eve, outburst card. Romanov. Vasilevsky. Mikko Rantanen, Nashville Predators card, a Nathan McKinnon, upside down Tavares. Last little bit here. Speckles of Binnington, and there's another Mitchkov, why not? Malkin. Philip Gustafsson from Minnesota, Sebastian Aho, there you go, Carolina, see? Carolina, not a bad spot. Sounds better than probably originally anticipated. Josh Doan. We got Brandon Busey. Tristan Jarry. And that, my friends, is going to do it for the old Series 2 break. So, thank you all for joining us. Again, use those discount code words. Lots of breaks available on the website. Any questions, comments, concerns, or queries, again, you can email us at info@chamaxcards.com or simply visit the website. Get into a few more breaks. Again, use those discount code words. We've got a bunch of stuff scheduled. I said, hopefully for tomorrow. That stuff tomorrow may have to be moved for, believe it or not, for another week in advance. A little bit more than a week because we're gone next week. But we already have a bunch of breaks already scheduled for that first week of September. September's going to be busy. It usually is. With all the back to school and some new products coming out and such, and everything starting again. So besides that, everyone, have a good eve, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow in some more